Here we go now. We're back. We've made it 2 days in a row. We kind of made it. We're getting started on the streak. Don't worry about that. We got a lot of laying it down coming between here and Knoxville. So, all right, here we go. We're back for laying it down with Big D, and today I've brought on. Yesterday we had another person from Corrupt Esports, and today we've got yet another North American Counter-Strike legend from Corrupt Esports, which at this point would put us up to, if you include Coach Tony in it, 2/3 of the active Corrupt Esports roster. So we're going to need to get Ciccolini and Toast down here at some point. But either way, today I've got the legend himself, the tilted monitor. I feel like I should lay at an angle this entire video, but we won't do that. We got Cakir here. Cakir, Big BAJA, you may know him recently as. That's his secondary nickname. But Cakir, how are we doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. How you doing, Mr. Big D?
Dude, I get to hang out and sit and yap about Counter-Strike with all the upcoming and rising stars of Counter-Strike in North America. How do you think I'm doing? I'm living the dream, baby.
Sounds like you're good. Living good.
And I get to do it all from the comfort of my bed. Like,
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
think the most dangerous part of this interview is that I might fall asleep because of how comfortable I am at all times.
I'm sure.
Yeah, well, all right, let's do this old school. Recently we've been just diving right into how beautiful LAN is and how are you over 18?
Yes, I am.
And how horny LAN makes us. But I I usually used to start with the humble beginnings. Let's go back in time here, Cakir. Uh, what are your earliest memories of gaming, and how did they eventually lead you to Counter Strike?
So I think one of the first games I probably played was old PS2, PS1 games like Sly Cooper and Crash
Ooh.
Bandicoot and stuff like that. That was my early beginnings. That I had like a my parents had like a little office computer that wasn't able to run anything, but you could play little flash games on the computer and stuff like that. So I played that for a while, but mostly like console gaming was early for me. I remember like GTA 4 was a big part of my childhood, even though like kids probably shouldn't be playing that game, but I grew up playing GTA 4. CODs, obviously, I played like I think my first ever COD was COD 3, and then it was like Modern Warfare came out, and that was like from then on I played COD all the way up until like Advanced Warfare was a thing. But probably around like 13, I finally got a PC, and it was really shitty. And I played Minecraft. Like my cousin got really early into Minecraft when it was still in like alpha. So he's like, you got to try this game. You got to try this game. So we played that for a while. Um, Minecraft was very early for PC. It was like pretty much the only game I was playing for a long time on PC. And then around middle school, so 2014, I had a couple of my friends come up to me. They're like, "Yo, you gotta try Counter Strike Global Offensive," and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, I've never heard of this ever. Never even like 1.6 was already a thing, obviously. Never heard of any of it. But I was like, screw it, like I'll give it a shot. And I played on, like I said, a really shitty PC to the point where I'd be playing Dust 2 only. And there were times where I'd shoot my AWP and I'd have 1 FPS, and my game would literally like freeze for multiple seconds, and I couldn't play the game properly um, for a while. Uh, but at that time, I was mostly just playing MM, very casually, and like mini game servers. I played that for a long time. I got my PC upgrade a couple years after. Still played MM and mini games only for like 3,000+ hours of my total playtime is literally casual MM and mini games. Um, didn't really play competitively at all until after COVID. So I played Valorant in 2020, and that kind of sparked my competitive shooter desires. Played that for a while, and then I don't know if you know who Ethan G is. He was a friend of a friend, and he was like, "Yo, you should check out his streams. He plays like CS:GO pretty like level 10 face it." And I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." Um, you know, let me watch his streams. So I went into his streams, chatted in his chat, and I was like, hey, like, can I play with you? And he was level 10, and I was literally level 3s where you started at the time. He was like, yeah, like, I'll teach you how to play, like, actual CS. So I started playing Face It. Was really bad for a long time. Um, then I played ESEA League shortly after, and I was in Open for about 4 or 5 seasons. Below, like, I was still, like, I think max I hit was level 7 at the time. I wasn't good. Didn't really care for it too much. I didn't practice with my team in Open. We just played the games. Never scrimmed, never practiced. And then CS2 came out, and I was like, all right, like I really, really like this game, and I watched pro play throughout like my entire time playing Counter Strike. Just never like really understood it. CS2 came out. I was like, all right, I want to take this game serious. I want to actually try to get really good at this game, and get better at team play, and actually learn how a team plays, and strats and scrims and all the good stuff. So I left my Open team right around when CS2 came out. Joined an IM team, learned how to properly play Team CS from them. Well, properly is a strong word. Semi-properly learned how to play Team CS with them. Um, Bounced around a couple of teams and finally ended up at Corrupt. But yeah, I mean, CS2 was like the the start of my competitive desires to really actually get good at the game. So when I hit level 10, I know it's like, oh, CS2, all the level 5s are hitting level 10. That was me. But that's when I took the game serious, and I really enjoyed it. I As far as like LAN experience, like CS:GO, I played one LAN ever on, and I was literally like level 5. Didn't know what I was doing. We went to some New Jersey LAN. It was like the last one of the last CS:GO LANs ever. I really enjoyed it, and then yeah, CS2 came along, and that's when I started taking it really serious.
Dude, that's a good journey. Also, shout out to Sly Cooper mention because I was never big into those games myself, but that's one like I want to go back and check off. Like
Oh,
I know they have like remasters of the original games, and I want to go and play those because I heard a lot of good things. I was always big in. There's Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, and then Ratchet and Clank all kind of came out at the same time, and Ratchet and Clank was my fucking
yeah, I loved
jam.
Ratchet and Clank.
Dude, that game was
Yeah,
so much fun.
those early PS2 games are unbeatable. I mean, like, obviously, if you go playing them, they're really shitty, it feels like, but they're like, at the time as a kid, it was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, it's like magical. It's like, this is the coolest thing ever. It was awesome. I loved those games. Like, I wish I could, like, relive the memories, like, and just go back and be that kid playing early PS2 games. And, oh, I really wish I could go back.
Well, dude, I if you kind of want to take a walk down memory lane, I highly suggest the game Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I don't know if you've
Yeah, I played that.
did you play it? Dude, that
I loved it. That
it reminded me so much
so
of
good.
those old games from like when my childhood when I remember being a teenager playing those like PS2 games and like when a AAA title meant like it was a really good game. Like when you were dropping $50 on a AAA title, you were getting a AAA title that was really good.
Yep.
Whereas like now it's like, well, I'm getting to pay to be in your guys' giant public beta test with the game right now. And,
Yeah.
hopefully it's fun, but it's going to be the same watered down version of every other safe money making game that's come out in the last 10 years. So, yeah, you had a lot more games that were like willing to push boundaries and explore. So, yes, I really want to go back and play Sly Cooper. But, yeah, dude, it's interesting the amount of players that come from like like there's a lot of people that play Minecraft or they like had an older sibling or they were like a hardcore gamer and they were like looking for that actually
Itch.
hardcore
Yeah.
game, and then when you find Counter-Strike you're like, this is it, this is everything
Hmm.
I've ever been looking for in a video game. And
Yeah.
there's nothing that touches it, dude. I get goosebumps talking about Counter-Strike still. And yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's old. Well, and take us take us through the CS2 competitive journey then. From uh, what was your last LAN you attended? Was it Frag 18?
No, so I did actually like Big Land. Yes, Frag 18. I think was the last one I attended. No, sorry, Block. Frag X Block was the last one I like attended. Besides Rowan, this past Rowan. Before that, it was Frag X Block. And after Frag X Block, I kind of swore to myself I would never go to another LAN with a pug stack, because I wanted to play a LAN with my team and like actually enjoy what Team CS is about and playing it on LAN. I mean, don't get me wrong, playing LAN no matter what's fun, and pug stacking it out's fun. But when like with these pug stacks, like Frag X Block was easily my team's best performance as a pug stack and my personal best performance, and we still like kind of fell short. And it felt like if I was with like a team that I practiced with consistently up until the LAN, we could have made playoffs. Like it was like that's how it felt. So like after that, I was kind of like, all right, no more LANs that aren't with a team that I've been on, because I don't want to pug stack and just go there and lose in group stages. Like I just want to actually have a chance of making playoffs and doing well.
Okay. Well, take us through the. Got cat hair in my mouth here. Hang on. Or dog
You're
hair.
good.
Oh, it's a dog hair. You never know around here. Um,
Yeah.
it's actually I do. One is black and one is gray, so I can identify pretty easily. I don't know why I said you never know. Anyway, moving on. Let's move past it. Yeah, talk to me about that journey from playing. Like you went to your first CS:GO LAN and got a little taste, but then you started to take it more seriously in CS2. Talk me through that experience of like growing as a player once you joined the IM team to where you are now here
Yeah.
on Corrupt under Tony's tutelage.
Yeah. So after that CS:GO LAN, that's when it like sparked the fire underneath me. Like I want to get really good at this game. So CS2 slowly, like shortly after released, um, I think I maybe played one season of CS2 with my open team, maybe one or two. I think it was one. After that one season, I'm like, listen, like I need to like grow as a player. I want to take this really serious. I want to get really good at this game. So I need to part ways. Like I need to play with a team that actually scrims and practices and goes over strats and yada yada yada. So I joined a team called Fury at the time. I had a friend that was on there that was a sub, and he was like,
Furia?
listen, they need one. No, I wish. Fury.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I had a friend. He was like, listen, they need one like try out like it was mid-season. I was on another open team, not the team originally that I was on. It was a different open team, but I was like, all right, let me try out for this IM team, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, whatever. It worked out. They were like, yeah, we'll pick you up. Like just play the rest of the season with us and just learn how to play with us. So I did that. I kind of started. That's when I turned into more of an aggro rifler. So like prior on my open team, I was more of a lurker slash support. Um, Going to that team was when I started aggro rifling, entering, and playing like more star rifle positions on CT side. So that's kind of where I play now. So that IM team was the start of my positions currently. I left that team disbanded after the off season. Bunch of turmoil in the team as per usual in North American Counter Strike. Left that team, went to another team called Enski Esports, and that's where my true understanding of Team CS and how to actually properly play as a team really took form. I had a really good IGL who just took strats from pro teams and would just show us it and be like, "This is how we got to do this." You see how they take their timings, their spacings, their pathing, and from there on, that's when I truly fell in love with Team CS, and um, it was awesome. I loved playing with that team. Unfortunately, after that season, there's a clip on my Twitch channel that shows what happened pretty much. End of a playoff game, someone didn't pick up a defuse kit. We lost the game because of it. One teammate started yelling at the other teammate that didn't pick up the kit, and um, team disbanded after that. So
Damn, you
that
hate
team
to see it.
disbanded. Yeah, I mean that team was good. Like we could have been a main team. We should have been a main team that season, like after that season. But with the turmoil, whatever. So that team disbanded. Went to another team. I went to Fueled by Hate, actually, who some people know, uh, and
Yeah,
with like
with like
Fusion was on the team.
Jeff LaFlavor,
No, maybe he was. I
or
don't know.
maybe I'm just thinking of locally hated.
It might be. Yeah, locally hated was Jeff LaFlavor, I think.
Yeah, and Blakert
Fueled
and
by Hate. I
them.
don't know if you know who Fusion is.
I
If you know who Fusion is,
Fuzion.
Not that one. Fusion. He's like nuts. Like he's part of Nut, but he plays like on a different
Yeah,
team.
Nut
Um,
Fusion. He's gonna be up here
yeah,
at
yep.
some point.
I love him. He's one of my really good friends in the CS scene. But he hit me up. He was like, "Listen, if you don't have any other offers, this was like pretty late into the off season. Like, listen, if you don't have any other offers, like come play with us. Like it just have a filler season, whatever it may be. And if it works out, it works out." Um, that season was going pretty well in the off season. We played a game. We we were all East Coast guys, and at that point, we didn't know that IM was split into West and East now instead of East, West, Central. I think was like they had 3 divisions for IM. Now it's just only 2, and it's East and West. We got put in IM West. So one of our players that lived like up north Canada, east side, like really far up north, couldn't play in IM West because he was getting minimum 70 ping, and he was our AWPer. So he left that season like literally after one game, and we moved me to the op, which was something. I'm not an operator. Yeah. As a guy who sits very close to his monitor and it's opping's not for me, I can't do it. So that season went not poorly. We made playoffs. Technically, would have made main with like move ups and move downs and teams disbanding in the off season, whatever. But I left after that season, and that's when I joined Corrupt, and I've been with them for the past 2 seasons. We were in main last season. Unfortunately, Tosu at the time was our IGL, went on vacation, so we had him missing for a portion of the games, lost those, and then after that, with like lack of scrimming and everything, and then Clev had college graduation, and he was away in Japan, and yeah, that season was rough. So he got relegated back to IM, and I mean, I don't blame anybody on my team for it. It happened. It's just a rough season. Shit happens. So we're back in IM this season. Had a rough start. Moved some roles around, positions around, and now we're on like the 5 game win streak, I think, or something. So we're doing pretty well this season. So can't complain.
Dominating IM.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well right now. So can't complain.
Hey, dude, you gotta start somewhere, and practicing those fundamentals and understanding like what kind of roles people fill in best on your team is a really crucial part. I honestly think that more players can play more roles than they think. Like maybe at the highest levels, it's a little more difficult for players to. But like I feel like when you're an IM main, even advanced, like you should really be experimenting uh,
Yeah.
with the roles, because the thing that you need more than anything on an esports team in this day and age, and especially in an underdeveloped region like our, or like a region like ours that's not underdeveloped, has tons of talent, but like doesn't have the resources necessarily to grow bigger. Like people need to be more adaptable, and the number one thing you need is 5 people that like get along with each other. If you can find 5 people that can discuss on an even keeled level without ego growing to the point where somebody says this person isn't part of this 5 person unit, you can do anything you want. So yeah, dude, that's cool to hear your experience. You guys are gonna be advanced ECL before you know it. Like
I hope so. I think this core, like everybody gets along, and it's like it's one of the first teams in a while where like the core feels like it's actually gonna stay together for more than a season. It's feels good. So I'm hoping that we can reach those heights and play really well as a team. Just keep developing together.
just remember you're playing a video game at the end of the day. Like when you're in that video game and when you're playing, give it 100% of what you got. There's no doubt about that. Give it all your focus, all your energy, and take it seriously. But remember that like on the grand scale of life, you're sitting and playing a fucking video game with your friends. Like
Yeah. Enjoy it.
enjoy
Have fun.
enjoy it. If that basis isn't there, the like rest of it is going to get really challenging, because it's going to get like I know so many people in North America that are gods at this game, but they get in the way of themselves because they take it too seriously, and it's like, come on, guy, we're playing a level 8 pug here. Like let's take it down a notch, shall we? And I've been that guy.
Yeah.
Let me make it clear. I've been that guy, but like as a guy that also like broke through that like barrier and has experienced a lot more growth, like it's important to remember like we're getting to sit and play a video game with our friends at the end of the day. Like, and it's a beautiful thing.
100%. It's a luxury
Well,
that we get to do that every day.
yeah, it is, seriously. Well, and I want to get back to you here too. The the Harry Clev story kind of just became Big D's thoughts on North America in a land glazing session. We hardly heard from him, so I want to or about his story other than a little bit. So I want to make sure we get plenty of Cakir up here. All right, let's talk about a few more things here. But the first things first, let's ask the question that's the burning question that's on everyone's mind. What the fuck is with the tilted monitor?
I wish I could like give like a clear explanation for it. I don't know. One day I was sitting at my desk. I guess I must have tilted it on accident when I was fixing my monitor, and I just started playing like it. And I didn't realize it for a long while. It actually took a long time before I realized that my monitor was tilted. Um, because the only way I found out was C-Mitch, who Clev was mentioning as well, big NACS guy, love C-Mitch, shout out C-Mitch. Um, we were having a fun stream. He was like, "Yeah, guys, send pictures of your setups. Like, let's look at everybody's setups." And I took a picture of mine, and I went, "Wait, why is my monitor tilted?" I'm like, it's just tilted. I'm like, I don't know why. And I was like, "There's no way." I'm like, I've never even noticed it. Didn't think about it. It was just like that. So from then on, I mean, like I obviously like whenever I go somewhere and I play LAN, I play with a tilted monitor. It's just how I'm comfortable. Um, I don't know what it is. It's probably really bad for my neck, but
I was gonna say
I don't know.
because I have stood behind you at LAN and your head tilts with the monitor, so it
Tilts.
looks straight on for you, I'm sure. But I have to wonder what kind of damage that's doing to your neck, or you're
Yeah,
developing the strongest neck muscles in NA on one side of your
I could
neck.
be. I could be. But yeah, no, I mean, it happened. I didn't realize it happened, and then yeah, now anywhere I go to play, like if anybody sees it, they just ask me why. I've had people stand behind me while I'm playing at LAN and they're just like talking to each other about my monitor. Like Frag X Block, I don't remember the name of the team, but there was like a Brazilian team that was there, and they were just standing behind me and just talking to each other while I was playing. And I like looked back, I'm like, oh, they're like just talking about my monitor. So like it's a good talking point. It brings like it allows me to get into easy conversation with a lot of people. But it's not like I don't do it for attention. It's just like how I play. Like, I love it. I don't know. It's I have to play like it. I can't play with it normal. I've tried.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, we all got our little things that we adjust to. Well, and guess what? Even when you're on the ESL Grand Finals stage someday, you'll be allowed to tilt that monitor. So make those minor adjustments that make you feel more at home. That's the kind of thing you got to do at LAN to try to lock
Yeah.
in. What? All right, tell me. Give. We usually we've heard from Fat Guy and we've heard from Jackro about the North American Counter-Strike LAN staples, what you need to bring to LAN. What's Cakir's take on prepping yourself for LAN and what do you need to bring?
So obviously, besides peripherals, obviously you don't like mouse, keyboard, mouse pad, headphones. I wear in ears. I bring those with me every time. Um, for me, a big thing that I like to have with me, I like smelling salts. They lock me in at these lands, especially early in the morning when it's 9 a.m. and I'm really tired and I need to lock in and like get prepped and ready to go. I have like a thing of smelling salts that I bring with me and just rub those under my nose quick and I'm good to go. That's my one essential that I need and my vape. But besides that, everything else is pretty normal.
Smelling salts. What? I've never used
Yeah.
smelling salts. What do they smell like?
Have you ever smelled like ammonia?
Oh yeah.
Like
Is-
it's just like that. It clears your nostrils. It shoots you awake, and it feels like your entire nasal system's been cleaned out. I love it. But
I
yeah,
should be getting
it's my
myself
one
some
thing I need.
smelling salts. I got
Yeah,
these
they're
two
good.
animals around here, and I feel like I'm walking around with a pound of animal hair inside of my sinuses at all times. So That might be something very helpful. I like the sound of that. And that, yeah,
Yeah, no, 100%.
that's the exact type of little tidbit that we want to know about. Jackro talks about, or it might have been, it's Jackro or Lucas. I think Lucas was the one. Fat guy was the one who talked about bringing like a special little like audio DAC so that like your audio is always consistent at every LAN because sometimes it'll be different computer to computer. And so if
Yeah.
you have an audio DAC and you play through that at home and then play through that at LAN, you'll always be able to have the same audio. So yeah, it's these little tidbits that we love. And then I also see that you got a Turkish flag up there. Are you proud Turkish American player? No.
Yeah, I love Turkey. I unfortunately don't speak any Turkish, but I mean, my mom's from Turkey, and I've been to Turkey like a bunch of times in my life. So it's nothing I hide. I love being Turkish. You know, like some people hide their like some people aren't proud to be where they're from. You know, so like I grew up with my mom, and I spoke Turkish when I was very young, and then forgot it. But it's something I like love about myself. So I always rep Turkey. Like my old jersey had like a Turkish flag instead of an American flag. Even though I'm not a Turkish citizen, I still repped it. I don't know. I was like, I'm not gonna get an HLTV with this thing. So like, I mean, now the new jerseys maybe. So I had to put an American citizenship on the forms. But yeah, no, I mean, I rep Turkey pretty heavily. Like, face it, I have my flag as Turkey. Like, I love Turkey, so
Well,
I just rep it.
I always think it's so cool. I don't have like a. I mean, I'm just a mixture of whatever. I don't really have like a heritage that I'm necessarily like proud of or represent. And I always have always thought it's very cool when people have that kind of like lineage that they can trace back of like here's the long history from whence I came, right? Like I think that's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
cool. Um
No, I love it. Yeah.
all right, well let's yap about this HLTV page that you're hoping to you're gonna be in Knoxville, right? Fragville coming up in a few weeks.
Yep.
How
Uh,
are we feeling about the competition there?
Fragville's definitely got strong competition. It's like every other at LAN. You know, there's upsets to be made. Even though we're an IM team slash former main team, like, um, I could see us beating any advanced team or even like taking a map off an ECL team. It's upsets happen, you know, and LAN's like the perfect place for that to happen because it's all about vibes. I mean, I remember my first ever LAN that I went to, I didn't even play in, was besides the CS:GO one, first CS2 one was Tap 2. I went, didn't play, I just watched. There was a team playing against Might, and they're like, yeah, we just play Premier together. They don't play Face It. They don't play League. They just play Premier, and they're all vibes, and they almost took Anubis off of Might. And I was like, yeah, I mean, this is pure explanation of what LAN is. It's vibes, it's keeping good mental, and you know, like anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. So hopefully Knoxville's the place where we get our HLTVs as a team and get some VRS under our belt, and maybe participate in some more tournaments around the block and get some more VRS for us and try to get up there.
Well, and I think you guys have an edge as things are starting to change with VRS. Weirdly, teams like you guys or like Revel or like Enigma that have like all this LAN experience. As the scene is starting to push more towards like, no, you need to go to LAN to get VRS. Like you guys are in the position of like doing better more quickly and these like and not being shackled down by like, oh well, we're just an ESEAIM team. Like no
Yeah,
nobody gives a shit anymore. Like that doesn't matter. It's like, do you go to
yeah,
LAN? Do you show up and do you perform on LAN? I think having an HLTV page definitely says, hey, like I'm a serious player that like plays this
yeah.
game seriously. That's the like biggest marking for me. But like I think yeah, you guys are definitely in a decent position. And this Knoxville land, I mean, we can't say it about Blocktober, but like this Knoxville land does not have the same amount of like EU teams that thought they were just going to sneak in
No,
at the last moment and get free VRS. Like it's a bunch
yeah,
of NA teams, and even when it opened up for more slots, it was more NA teams. So
yeah.
it's I'm excited to see what unfolds in Knoxville. I'm excited
Me
to
too.
see everybody here in a few weeks. Um,
Uh, it's the best. I love seeing all the faces I don't get to see in person ever. So like going to LAN's the best. Not even just like I don't even. It's not even about playing the game at a point. I love seeing people I don't get to see ever. So like just being in person with like the frag staff, the other players, like the casters, like everybody. It's a refreshing feeling. I get to see a bunch of people I love to see, and that's why I love. Like that's the big thing for LAN for me is seeing people I don't get to see.
that's yeah, dude, that's the deeply spiritual part of it for me as well. Is like 90% of the time when I'm home, I'm inside my house playing video games with my friends online. But LAN is where I get to like actually go hang out and spend time with everybody and see them and be around them. So
Yeah,
yeah, LAN is land's a different beast. It's a really nice thing to get to be a part of. Uh
100%. I tell people all the time, I'm like, if you can make it to a LAN, go. Just go. Like you're not gonna regret it. Just go.
Dude, even if you're not playing in it, go spectate. Like, it is
Yeah.
worth it as a vacation. Even if you don't live near it, it's worth it as a vacation to go be a part of it and just hang out and watch Counter Strike for a weekend. The spectator passes are cheap for like what you get out of the weekend. Like,
It's like 3 days, $50, and they're in good cities too. Like the lands are always in good cities most of the time. Like Philly's a great city to go walk around and do stuff. Like there's plenty to do, plenty to go eat. Like they have so much good food there. Like Knoxville's gonna be fun. It's a good city. Like they're always in populated cities that you can go actually do stuff after the land or whenever. Like just go enjoy yourself. It's a vacation. I take it as a vacation away from work, where I get to go play the game and hang out with friends and go do stuff that I don't get to do here. Like that's what it is.
exactly. And yeah, even if you can't play, just go fucking hang out because you get to hang
It's a
out
fun
with
time.
everybody. Like it's not yeah, people hang out and they're like groups of people, but go hang out. You will make new friends. People are also really happy when new people are like, "Hey, I've never been to one of these." You will see people be like, they'll be like, "Oh, let me talk to you about this or this or this. Oh my God, have you
Yeah.
seen this?" Or like whatever. Like people will
Yeah.
get really excited about you being down there. Sorry for disturbing your slumber over here, King. My dog.
Yeah, I mean, like Tony, I met Tony at Tap 2. I wasn't playing, I was just there. I went to spectate and I met Tony. Like, and Tony's a pretty good friend of mine now, and he's our coach, like obviously, but he's like a good friend of mine. I've known him since then, and I talk to Tony all the time. Like, if I didn't go to Tap 2, who knows if I got this close with Tony and got him to be our coach, like, and never know what happens.
Exactly. You never know. Laying it down was spawned as an interview show was spawned at a LAN event. So that's
Yeah,
it's it and I'm not getting paid to promote anything here. I just fucking love LAN. Like it's a
yeah,
big deal, dude. It's especially for us Counter Strikers. All right,
yeah, 100%.
I got a few more questions here for you, Caker, before we release you into the wild and call it a day. But feel no rush to wrap things up by any means. Uh, let's talk more broadly about North American Counter Strike. What do you think some of the issues that plague NACS are, and what do you think we should be doing so that we can get on the world stage and competing with like EU and winning some tier one tournaments again?
I think the big problem with North American Counter Strike is a broader thing that people think it is. I think specifically in America, gaming isn't like still isn't like presented as normal. Like if you go to anybody and you're like, yeah, I play esports, they're like, what do you mean by esports? Like they don't know what it is. They don't condone it. Like people don't want you playing video games all day and trying to compete and make yourself something bigger than like you can be. And like if you go to like Europe or like Asia, like gaming's everywhere. Like Korea's big on League of Legends. They promote it everywhere. Faker's literally like an idol in Korea. Like Europe, like Astralis was huge in Denmark. Like they had literally like McDonald's food items named after Astralis. Like you walked into a McDonald's and it was Astralis themed. Like it's just North America's got a problem of being held back by social standards, I guess, in my opinion. I think it's a big thing where like gaming is just not normal. But there's obviously other factors besides that. Like on a smaller scale, we don't have the support that other regions do, and I think a lot of it ties to um I don't really know. I think it's just players. I think an ego, like it's an ego thing from players half the time, and not understanding what Team CS is all about. Where players don't want to stick on a team together. The big thing about Team CS is sticking with the team and learning and growing together and building a team. Whereas you see players, I mean, it happens in ECL every offseason. There's player swaps even mid-season. Like it's just like there's always a roster shuffle in NA. You'll never see the same five. Maybe like a core three will stay together, but it's not common. A lot of the time, it's like a player swap happening mid-season or off-season, and it's a lot of player swaps. It's the teams never stay the same, and I think it's a big issue as to why North American Counter Strike doesn't grow, and you don't see like newer pro players like getting brought in and stuff like that. So you just don't see it anymore, and it's kind of brutal. And I think it's just like NACS just shooting itself in the foot every time there's a roster shuffle. Grow as a five. Go try to make like an MR, like go try to make the major as five instead of splitting up every offseason because you fell one step short. Like have a goal next season. Don't fall one step short. Get there. Stay as five, be the five, and stay there and go together and like just grow and you'll get there eventually. Like everything happens if you just stay together.
Yes, to all of that. That is correct. There's actually, dude. I'm glad you said that. There's actually there's a team cooking right now that I think if they, it, I might be way off right now, but Sports Bet Expert, are you following them at all right now?
Yeah, they just I think their teams like Evan Caw. They picked up Rec.
Yep.
They picked up
OG
OG
Wizard,
Wizard.
Freshie, and
Yeah,
Trojan.
Freshie.
And,
Yeah, it's a good team.
and
If that five stays together, that team can make it places.
that's what
They're a
I'm
good
saying.
team.
Is like I see that, and like I have interviewed both Freshie and Evan on laying it down, and both of them very much have had the same answer to that NACS question of like, well, NACS needs to like get over themselves, basically. Like we need to be like ready to go against harder competition and not, oh well, whatever's happening and I need new players or this isn't happening. Like be of a team mindset and you will go way farther than you believe. So knowing those two are there, I think OG Wizard very much has that mindset as well as a very young Ukrainian player. And I don't know Trojan that well, but obviously then Rec having that tier one experience coming in with the squad, I'm like, man, that might actually be quite the scary roster to be playing against. So, have
100%.
have the right mindset and then stick together. We'll see if they stick together. I was just using them as an example of like, here's some eyes on them right now, but like, what do we see in 6 months? Oh well, Trojan's not working out, so we gotta gotta grow.
Get them.
We gotta get a new player, or whatever the hell. It's like, well, come on, let's see what happens here. So, yeah, dude,
Yeah, and then it doesn't work out when they do the switch. They just gotta like stick together, play as five, grow as five, and you'll get to like your goal. Like you'll make something. Just get there.
Exactly. Yeah, and also set realistic goals for yourself as milestones. Don't just get together as five and be like, major or bust, and
Yeah.
and so hope you get to the major. Like, right now you guys, I'm sure, are focused on getting to main
Just
for
making main.
yeah, make main first, and then make advanced, or well, maybe those goals start changing as all these tournaments are. You guys are gonna need to step up and get in that off season shenanigans season 9.
Yeah, because they're pushing towards VRS too, so it's gonna be try to get into these tournaments that actually have VRS chances. So we're gonna try to hopefully play in more of those.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck in that. All right, Cakir. I got only a couple more questions here for you, and these are well. Yeah, let's just ask these questions instead of giving you a big preface here. Um, the first one, I know the answer to this. Where does the name Cakir come from? But then also, where does the name Big Baja come from?
So Cakir is just my last name. I just took it. I've been called by my last name since third grade. I've never been called by my first name by any of my
Oh
friends.
wow.
So it's just, yeah, it's since third grade on. It's always been what I've been called. So I got into Counter Strike and I was like, all right, it's gonna be my name. Like it's just gonna be my IGN. Like I'm just gonna use it because I'm so used to being called it, and I like it. So that's that. Big Baja comes from my friend Chili, who watches my like our team streams, and will usually watch anything we're playing in. I'm a big Taco Bell guy. I love Taco Bell. I think everybody should try it, or most people that have tried it loved it.
I think everyone should
I'm a
try it.
big Baja Blast guy. So yeah, out of nowhere, I think one of our IM games, he was just in the chat typing Big Baja. I was having a really good game. So he's like, Big Baja's going nuclear. And people were like, yeah, like Big Baja, that's awesome. Like people started just saying it randomly. And then we went to Rowan and we were on stream and Chili just started typing Big Baja in there. And then all the frag guys were like, yeah, Big Baja, like that's really good. Like, whatever. So that's sticking around for now. That'll be my secondary nickname. Not going to be an in-game name change, but people can call me Big Baja. I'm fine with that.
I love it. That's dude. Yeah, like I said, ever since I heard it, I'm like, man, that is a powerful name, Big Baja. That's that's a
I
good
love
name.
it, but I just can't commit to the in-game name change yet. Maybe.
No, that's fair. Cakir's also a powerful name and also very unique. So the fact you've been going by that since you were in third grade, I wouldn't want to change it either. All right, are you ready for your last question here, Big Baja?
I am.
Okay. If you could talk to a younger version of yourself and give them some advice, could be Counter Strike related or esports or life or whatever you want, what would it be?
Hmm. Well, for the fact that I only played like mini games like, very casually growing up, maybe tell myself to take it a little more serious, and like I could have been playing ESEA League back 10 years ago instead of messing around in mini games. But I won't take that away from myself. It was a really enjoyable time of my life, but maybe start trying to take CS more serious earlier on. It definitely is one thing. And as for life, I don't know. I enjoy it. Like I've have nothing to complain about with my life. No regrets. I've enjoyed it. Just stick with your friends and you know, have a good time. That's pretty much it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it how you do.
That's right. Enjoy your time with your friends. That's what we're doing down here at competing Counter Strike. Yeah, we like to compete and be the best, but like we're doing it because we like hanging out with our friends. If we wanted to hang out with ourselves all the time, we'd be playing StarCraft
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Can't imagine that.
or a fighting game. Although I feel like the fighting game community has way more in-person events than anything else, but
Yeah.
regardless, I think that's beautiful advice, and I very much appreciate you sharing that here with us. Last thing, just like Hot Ones, this camera, this camera, this camera. Yeah, take a look into them and tell the people where to find you and what you got going.
My Twitter is Cakir CS is my Twitter. It's pretty much I don't stream anymore. I used to. Maybe you'll catch me live on Twitch at Cakir CS. Maybe, very rarely. Shout out to my team. We stream on TM Corrupt is our Twitch. You'll find our games usually every Tuesday, Thursday, pending reschedules. But for the most part, Tuesday, Thursdays. I'd like to give a shout out to Big D for hosting me and having me on here.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to the shout out to the NACS community who's taken me in with open arms, and I met a lot of really cool people from it. And shout out my team and my friends and my family and everybody for keeping me, happy and healthy.
That's beautiful. All right, dude. Thank you so much for joining. We'll make sure to get that Twitter link in the bio. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you in a couple weeks here in Knoxville, brother.
See you in Knoxville. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, folks, that is it.